Hello again. Thank you for coming to my channel and watching these videos. Today's video is about sex and how when a sex happens and it reactivates fears about breakups, rejection, abandonment. So we'll go through why, what causes this, and puts a shining light on whether you're actually secure, because I've spoken before about the attachment style, and if you're really secure, then this tends to be left further down the track, like you don't usually have sex so early on. And the other aspect of this is that it wouldn't impact you as much unless you had high percentages of the disorganized, dismissive, avoidant, or anxious, preoccupied in your chart of attachment composition. So potentially it's too soon if this happens, that you've not known each other well enough, long enough, and the insecurities are reactivated with sex happening too soon, because what happens is that whenever you have sex, those fears about things going wrong, those fears about things not working out, forces your brain to want to fix things. And then the other aspect is that the relationship is not really well established yet. So this happens if you don't feel loved and cherished, with, say, the relationship not having moved into an established phase where you're living together and there's been, if that's what you want, a proposal or long-term commitment. So you're not solid enough in the relationship. You don't have that sense of safety and security and continuity and longevity in the relationship. So that fear has emerged because you're still not in a situation where those fears can be countered by what's actually happening in the reality of everyday life. So you're still navigating those differences, and sex forces most women in women's brains into needing to fix things, to work things out, creates a magnified view of what is perceived as unresolved problems. And the sex means that you've invested more than if you were just getting to know each other. And that means that in general terms, it forces the fears to come up around incompatibilities, things ending, causes one to want to force to change the other person in the areas that is perceived as going to create problems in the future, and conflict in the future under pressure. And so a breakup ends up happening. Here, most women and feminine brain men energies work in the same way, because men and women can have masculine and feminine energy, and they do, depending on the balance of the relationship. Sometimes men tend to have more of a feminine stance on the relationship and the dynamic of the relationship, and women have more of the masculine. Also, women over 50 tend to naturally go towards more of the masculine tendencies and attract more female energy men. So either or, that sexual activation can bring up all the fears that haven't been addressed by having negotiated all the differences. So there's no rush, there's no reason to move into that, but definitely get your attachment style test done, because a good website will show you what percentage you're secure, what percentage you're disorganized, what percentage you're dismissive, avoidant, or anxious, preoccupied. And most tests that give you that will show you the areas where you do feel secure. Although most of the problems that come from the other three sectors are attached to childhood attachment trauma, rejection and abandonment in childhood, neglect, and so that's where the fears come from. They're not really about the current relationship, but they are reactivated through being in this relationship when sex happens and you still don't know if the relationship is solid. So please like, share and subscribe. That's all I'm going to talk about for now. If you have any comments, please leave them below. And I'm here to help. So this content is really for supporting and helping people in these kinds of situations. And I specialize in childhood attachment trauma recovery, especially for people who keep having relationships that don't last, because the root causes are usually in the first few years of life with attachment trauma and attachment injury. I do free strategy calls, and so if you need any help, please get in touch. And otherwise, enjoy the rest of your day. Take care of yourself. I look forward to seeing you in the next video, and bye for now.